My husband abandoned me to spend the night with another woman while I was pregnant.
Terrible timing.
That's not what we want. So I, 21 female, pregnant, approaching week 39, and my husband, 25 female, is very nice and supportive and what I believe to be the ideal father. My pregnancy went especially fine, besides some physical accidents that left the baby completely unharmed. It was and still is the happiest time in my entire life. We did a lot of stuff together, like dining out, hiking, and strolling around, and generally got really close. But I also shut down a bit, detached my mind, and started not caring about hobbies and previous interests that much anymore. He sometimes commented on it, but only because he thought that I would have a problem with that. By the way, this comes from Pregnant Rage, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So 2 days ago, I had bought a concert ticket for a band he really liked a month before, and he was all excited about it. But when he came home that day, exhausted from work, he was really tired and thought about skipping the concert. He had skipped quite a few things that he would have found interesting over the course of the last weeks and months because he was tired or enjoyed sitting at home with me, staring at the internet more. As I talked to him about it, because it had been a pain to get the ticket and he'd been so excited about these bands, he told me that he didn't want to leave me alone. He would stay with me, etc., etc. I told him that I didn't need that if I suddenly went into labor, I would still be at home when the concert was finished.
Is she not going to the concert?
Wait.
She got tickets for him to go to the concert?
Yeah, so I believe, running it back here to catch us all up to speed, OP had bought concert tickets for a band that he liked a month before. And he was like all excited. Yeah. He was like ready to go.
And then he comes from work, is like, I don't want to go. But I'm just wondering, is she going? Like, what was she supposed to go with them? Or was she like, this is for you, have fun?
I think, yeah, she had bought, I believe, for the both of them. And as I talked to him about it, because it had been a pain to get the ticket and he'd been so excited to see these bands, he told me that he didn't want to leave me alone. He would stay with me, etc., etc.
Okay, so I think it is just for him.
Yes, I think you're right. I think it is just for him. JK, I told him that I didn't need that if I suddenly went to labor, I would still be at home when the concert was finished, and so on and so forth. He finally went and took my cell phone with him, because it's the only one that can actually call people.
Oh, what?
While I kept his phone that can only be called right now because he didn't buy credits for it.
I think you should. I mean, I understand, maybe financial difficulties, but I think we could maybe should figure that out because you have a pregnant wife who probably needs to call you if she goes into labor.
It does seem like a very important, I guess with this phone swap, honestly, this sounds like us today with our tech problems where it's like, all right, we've got this phone and this phone. If we just swap them, maybe it'll work and we can get what we need.
Call me crazy, but shouldn't the person who's pregnant have the one that can call people and the one who's at a concert be able to receive calls?
Yes.
Why did they do that?
This is a little bit I don't know if I'm following the logic here, Sophia.
Yeah, okay.
So he went to the concert, then called me when it was ready, and I picked him up and drove him home. Everything is fine. So we got through the whole concert. No emergency labor. No not being able to connect to each other.
Yeah.
Everything's good. We're back home. We're safe.
Have you ever gone to a concert alone?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'm a alone concert kind of gal.
I would highly suggest it, especially if you have an artist that you don't have anyone to go with you. I would do it.
Just go.
Highly suggest it.
You make friends there.
And you make friends, maybe.
Sure.
There you go.
Okay.
The next day, he had planned to go to a cultural event that one distant friend of ours hosts. Those are held around every week or every other week and are somewhat intellectual and high class. An attitude he very much enjoys because he can't relate to people our age and how they view life.
And they're in their 30s?
21 and 25.
Oh, 20s. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds...
He's so mature.
A little bit potentially, possibly highly pretentious.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like you should get those credits on your phone.
Yeah. We just got to fix the phones. That's what the story should be about.
I don't know if we need to judge everyone our age.
Yeah, right? Come on, dude. But although he wants to go, he never ends up going because he decides that day that it's too late or he's too tired, quote unquote, or whatnot. Most of the time when he comes home from work and slips out of his clothes immediately, I know that he isn't going anywhere else. So it was on this day I knew he wouldn't go again. The second he entered our apartment, he told me that he felt a bit sick, so I rubbed his back and wrapped him in a blanket and suggested a hot shower. But since he had already started staring into Facebook and declined all my approaches, I left him alone. Now on to what made me mad.
I like the breakdown.
Right? This is great section titles.
Yeah.
About an hour later, he told me that he was considering going over to, let's call her, Elle's place.
No.
He's going to Elle's.
No.
He's like, oh, I don't want to go out. I don't want to be here with you. I'm going to go to Elle.
Elle's.
I'm going to go to Elle's.
How about no?
Oh, go to No's place.
Yeah.
That's where you stay where you're at with your pregnant freaking wife.
Your pregnant
who
wife.
Can't call anybody.
Yeah.
Now, a bit of backstory might be needed here. We are both in a circle of friends who, to shortly explain it, occasionally meet up and perform freeform shows or plays.
Sick, me.
Sophia, did one of your friends secretly submit a story to the subreddit?
This is Riley. No.
Riley, can we scan r/OK Storytime to expose the identity of one of Sophia's friends here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Find it.
There we go.
Easy.
He's on the case.
The Hobbit guy. 70s Hobbit. Yep, that's them.
There we go. We found it.
Messed up. Riley pulled a mean trick on me.
Uh-oh. Okay, story time later. Elle joined at about the same time as we did. She is as old as my husband. Most are older. Again, 25 husband, 21 wife. And lives together with her boyfriend, who's the head of a band and about 10 years older than her. This boyfriend is currently on tour. My husband has lately rejected all of my wishes to go to these groups' meetups together, although they're great fun and rather enlightening most of the time. I end up going anyway once and staying at home with him the other times. Now, I've already noticed that he had been chatting with Elle on Facebook for quite some time. Wonder if there's any connection to his mass amounts of Facebook time and these messages.
He's been staring at Facebook this whole... I don't like it. And he's always tired.
I'm
and
so tired.
He doesn't want to go anywhere, probably because he's already hanging out with Elle.
I've already done activities with Elle, and I don't have
all of
any...
that time at work. He's not at work.
I'm so tired.
He's with Elle.
She had also at some point recommended a book about gory, perverted unalivers fitting exactly into the dark gothic stereotype she obviously wants to fulfill. Okay. And my husband went and bought it immediately. Now it sits here and collects dust, but they really seem to get along well.
Dude, when someone's buying a book that someone recommended immediately, crush. Crush.
It's not it.
They're into him. They're into them.
Oh, and Sophia, no, she loves books.
I've bought many books that people I like recommended me.
She does it all the time.
She knows.
All the time.
Oh,
Not
no.
all the time.
Oh, no. I always had the suspicion that she couldn't quite stand me. That was weird because usually I'm the one who backs off when meeting new females, but I initially really liked her and we chatted quite well. But she seemed to get more cold and distant towards me over time. Several times I sent her mail to her and her boyfriend about something we agreed to do and that I really made an effort to plan, maybe an email. She just didn't answer because of all the stress from things that they had planned that my husband regularly attends, and I do not, since I was once explicitly disinvited. Another red flag. Why are you disinviting your friend's wife?
I truly think, I don't think that you always have to hang out with, your friend and their partner. However, I think it's pretty explicitly uninviting them is very weird.
Little bit crazy.
Very weird.
So he thought about visiting her. She lives about 7 tram stations away. I was happy on the one hand because he managed to crash almost all of his friendships over the last few months. But I also was somewhat skeptical because, well, he had just decided not to attend a really interesting cultural and social event, and only yesterday made a big fuss about not wanting to leave me alone. Yeah, he's like, oh, I don't want to go to the culture event, but Elle wants to hang out. Oh my God, I have to go.
I guess I have to be there.
I want to see Elle. She's so great. I want to go over there and see her and hang out with her.
And read all those books.
I want to abandon my pregnant wife of 39 weeks to be with Elle.
That's about to pop. Pregnant wife.
Big belly.
Big belly.
Full of baby.
Big belly, full of baby.
That's right. But I thought nothing about it and said, yeah, why don't you go? In not even 5 minutes, he was all dressed up and on his way. This was the fastest I had ever seen him prepare for going out since we have lived here together.
Yikes.
He told me he would call me if he needed to be picked up like yesterday. Again, OP is, callless.
I also think it's kind of wild that OP's his freaking Uber driver.
Yes. I guess they only have one car, but.
Big belly, what did you say?
Big belly full of baby.
Big belly full of baby.
Lady.
Big belly full of baby. Uber? No.
No. Don't do that. Now, first, I played some games on the computer. Then that got boring. So I surfed around, drew a bit, gamed again. The time was just flowing by, but getting slower and slower. At 10 p.m., he left between 6 and 7, by the way, I was already kind of frustrated and decided that if I weren't pregnant, I would now start getting wasted. Okay. But instead, I got sad and seriously angry. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't. Long story short, he came home at 1 a.m., an hour after midnight. I was already furious inside, but I kept calm. The first thing I heard from him was, "What? You're still awake?"
Yeah, I've been waiting for you, big belly, full of baby, waiting for you.
I thought I could just sneak in and you wouldn't notice me.
Wouldn't even know I was here.
And hey, Elle, go. You can leave.
You're
No.
still awake? Back up.
Elle, it's okay. You gotta. Come on.
Elle's just here for book club.
Yeah. Oh God, I'd be reading something, and it's not.
A book.
Oh, what is it?
A magazine.
Oh, God. The first thing I heard from him was, "What? You're still awake?" It turned out that he had called, but the phone obviously was in the car or something. I already had noticed this, but didn't go down to get it because I couldn't use it to call him anyways. Yeah, they really need to fix this bonus
They
situation.
gotta.
It's true. It's true.
They gotta.
She's about to pop his baby
Because
out.
I don't know. Like, they didn't say specifically that they can't afford it. They just said he didn't buy the credits.
Yeah.
You gotta buy the credits.
Buy the
you
credits.
Got a big belly full of baby pregnant wife.
Buy the credits, bare minimum. If you want to see Elle, you unlock that
Yeah.
by buying the credits. That's the
Yes.
barest minimum. Not that you should be
wanna
seeing her
see Elle,
anyways.
yeah.
He had to walk home half an hour, which I absolutely expected since he had stayed longer than any public transport would go. Now we get on to the next section. Why it made me mad and how he described it so it got worse.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun. Chapter 3. It turned out that they just sat on the couch for 6 hours talking.
No.
Mm.
No.
I'm just talking to you.
No, you're not.
I'm not touching you. I'm just talking to you.
She's touching me.
I'm not touching you. I'm just talking to you.
She's touching me.
I was doing a Stitch impression.
He told me that they had such a good talk that it didn't occur to him to even leave.
Well, maybe you should occur these fists.
Oh no, Sophia, hold her back. He obviously tried to call me in between, but since I didn't answer the phone, he decided he would just let his pregnant wife sit at home for a few more hours after that.
Messed up.
Please note that I had no idea how long he would stay. He explicitly did not tell me when he left because he didn't know himself, so he thought it was fine and all right. I, however, think that if you just spontaneously pay someone to visit, that you do not stay until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
This is a fair point. I was shattered and already in tears for quite a few reasons. First, I cannot remember the time that he just sat and talked with me for 6 consecutive hours. There it is. I was waiting for that one. Sure, we might have done things together for 6 hours or longer, but actual actions are mostly interrupted by him flaming the place we go to or the people who are there, or him having some sort of idea of me that doesn't quite fit and explaining to me in every detail why it sucks, what I do and how I'm doing it. I mean, when do we just call it?
Now.
Or just
No.
not call it, but be like, hey, we need to have a serious talk.
Now. Yeah, I don't think you call it because obviously,
We need to figure out.
figure it out. Figure
Yeah.
out what's going on. Figure out like why he's doing this because obviously being pregnant is hard for you, and also I'm sure like he's seeing a change in the relationship just because you are in a more vulnerable state right now. And so have that conversation so that you're ready for when the baby comes because it's gonna get infinitely harder. Or
We could take our phone with no credits,
yeah,
toss
it.
that bad boy into the tram so it
Yeah.
gets run over. Now we really have to be closer together. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it forces us
You have to go everywhere together.
to communicate, to be together
Yeah.
for 6 hours because I can't leave you because there's
Can't
no
leave
phone.
you. I got no phone. I can't go on Facebook. I have to talk to you.
Yeah.
Screenagers.
Screenagers?
Yeah, OP and John's
that-
so old.
Is that
Teenagers.
So people
They said screen because screen has 2 E's in it, replacing the teen.
basically is a thing where like when teenagers are on their phone all the time, you
Yeah.
call them a screenager. But the joke now is that like whenever anyone's on their phone all the time, you're like, oh, you screenager.
I knew by context clues, but
But you still asked.
I still ask. I am sad now. And if we sit at home, talk looks like him diving up from the computer screen that he's been glued to for quite some time, explaining a new line of thought to me, and then finishing the talk pretty fast to keep reading.
So it sounds like he's talking at you.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a conversation.
Hey, babe, I just saw this funny meme and it was like pretty cool. But yeah, so And he's back.
She's like,
Back
babe,
to
so
scrolling.
I went on to this website that talks about like conspiracy theories, and did you know that the grass is actually grass? It's actually phosphorus, and the government doesn't want you to know that.
Yeah,
And she's
like, why do you get itchy when you touch it?
And why are the aliens in the ocean?
And she's
Why,
like,
Riley?
oh, that's cool, babe. Today, and he's like, okay, I'm done. She's like, I was just gonna tell you about my day, and he's like, sorry, I'm
Wait,
busy.
more memes.
Facebook.
God forbid I say something he doesn't expect that requires further discussion about the subject. Oh my God. Actual exchange of conversation. Then he usually just gets defensive and tells me why his idea is right. But they just talked. They just talked together. Like he told me he didn't feel the need to look into the internet or a book while talking to her because I don't surprise him anymore in a conversation. He can understand me and thus has capacity free to process relevant information.
What is he talking about?
This man, I guessed before that he was a pompous a-hole and
Yeah.
insufferable, and I was correct.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to say to your pregnant wife, yeah, I just don't like talking to you anymore because you just don't surprise me.
You're just like your words are like so simple that my big fat freaking brain is just like working on overdrive, and I can just have a conversation and scroll a million feeds at once and just take in all the information.
He already freaking said, oh yeah, like I just don't relate to other people my age. So I'm sure if OP's 21 and he's 25, he probably also thinks that she's like less mature, not as smart as him, which is such a weird, like, icky power dynamic.
And buddy, why'd you marry her and
Yeah.
have a baby with her if you believe that?
Bud, come on.
I think that's exactly what's happening here. He's like, oh, I'm so sophisticated. This will be, an easy get for me.
Yeah.
This kind of gal.
And Elle is probably his age or around his age.
Yep, guys.
Yikes.
Now that I'm sharper than ever.
John also looks a little bit bigger than me.
Yep.
You.
This girl obviously manages to catch his interest for hours after hours, although he said if he knew her as well as me, he probably would be bored by her. Yeah, glad to hear that a random girl whose interest he had previously only regarded as shallow and uninformed manages to spark his interest in contrast to his pregnant wife. Oh my God. I asked him how they even got the idea to meet up. After informing me that he didn't like being questioned that way, he told me that Elle was describing to him how she didn't feel well to him over Facebook. And as he told her, he did not either. Oh, you're not feeling well? I'm not feeling well.
I'm not feeling well either. We should not feel well together.
So she asked him if he would like some tea. This obviously was exciting enough to jump out of his chair and dash forward.
Dude. Emotional cheating at the very least.
Ooh, great point. Great point. Contrary to the countless times in the pregnancy where I didn't feel like sitting at home any longer and suggested going swimming, going outside, flying the new kite we got, enjoying the city, enjoying one of these several huge parks in our immediate proximity. No, either he was too tired, didn't feel well, or didn't want to go as far. He kindly informed me that for her, driving to the next district with 2 tram lines was not at all a huge deal, while going 4 stations with a single one huge park with me is just too much of a hassle to put up with once he sits at home and stares into the screen.
He's just not interested in you right now, which sucks. It's awful. Like he's completely emotionally invested in Elle right now. And so nothing you do is good enough.
You just have to wait and see if he'll ever be interested in you. He won't, but you'll just wait and see for eternity, and then he never will be.
Yeah.
That's all good. Just wait till your kids are 50, because then you will not be breathing anymore. And you'll both not be breathing anymore because you'll be so old that it just happens anyways.
Yep.
And then voila.
Or conversation. Either one of those.
Or you could wait, 100 years and
100
say
years.
nothing.
Yeah.
Keep the same phone with no credits.
Or you can wait until the heat death of the universe.
There we go. We
Did we
can all
think about
burn
that?
to a crisp
Yeah.
together without getting to the root cause. There we go. And it was just so uncomfortable. Sitting on the sofa the whole time because we have no sofa. Not sure what that means. I asked sarcastically, we indeed don't have one, but we have a comfy bed, lots of sitting pillows, and an awesome dining table we bought in order to make our home look all nice and classy for being a family. Well, a sofa could be good too. And yes, that was indeed the reason. It had not occurred to him once in the entire time that he could look into the internet or into a book. Something that he seems hooked to do when sitting around here. If he isn't really immersed in one book, he runs back to the internet almost every idle moment to check Facebook, read things and whatnot. But here he talked to a person he didn't know, and so had to listen intensely. Listen, babe, I don't know her, so I gotta be locked in. I gotta open.
I know
those ears.
everything about you, and everything else I don't want to know about you. So
exactly.
It's perfect.
You're so simple and so basic, and there's zero complexity to you. I know everything there is to know. Come on. He had bought some adult sodas because he didn't want to appear empty-handed, of course, to the tea that she was offering him, you know.
I'm sorry. She said, come over for tea, and he brought beer?
Yep. I don't want to appear empty-handed to the place that already has the beverage we'll be consuming.
The beverage that we talked about. So I'm going to bring another beverage.
The one without booze, by the way.
Yeah, yoicks.
Come on. After they had finished their tea, they drank 2 of those each. It's not that I'm angry at him drinking booze when I can't. That's why I bought the adult soda. It bothers me that he takes them as a gift when visiting a lonely, bored goth girl, and they decide to drink them both together in an atmosphere of extreme comfort that miraculously removes all worries about his pregnant wife.
I forgot she bought him the drinks, and then he takes them to go drink them with another girl.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I hate this man.
And Opie says, I've done nothing wrong. You just don't interest me, so I go on Facebook and read because I hate you and shouldn't be married to you, but I am anyways. We're having a baby.
Yikes.
Song of the day.
Song of the summer.
I would have left earlier if I had reached you on the phone, but since he didn't, he just decided to stay even longer. I asked him if he had at least talked to her about the play that I had planned. Remember, they're part of that friend circle that organizes plays.
Right.
How could we forget? That I've until now sent 3 emails about and received only 1 answer on the second one, saying, we don't have much time at the moment, but you keep doing what you're doing, as he previously had told me he would. No, but instead they listened to a 40-minute recording of their activity that happened a month ago and pondered about the details of it.
Wild.
Let's play back, Sophia. You're telling me you don't play back
all of OK
almost
Storytime?
An hour of tape from your play performances.
Yeah. Oh.
And analyze what you've done. Do you do that?
Not an hour. But we do watch our shows.
40 minutes?
No, I don't think I've ever done 40 minutes.
Do you do 40 minutes when your pregnant wife is at home and you're out with someone who you secretly find so much more...
Yeah, more interesting.
Interesting. And oh my gosh, I can hold a conversation with you.
Yeah, I don't do that. Gotta be honest.
She doesn't do it. That's the key, ladies and gentlemen. So my stance on things. What's bothering me the most about the so effing important and interesting thing they do is that she, Elle, impersonates some kind of goddess of lust, I think, in this play that they're reviewing.
Oh.
Okay. There are also other girls who had impersonated that very goddess of lust, experienced ones that can do this very well, but somehow... Elle doing it sparked interest in my husband because he feels that he has unresolved issues and he wants to tap into that sort of consciousness to find out more about himself.
What? I'm sorry. He's telling you that, Elle is playing a goddess of lust, and that actually awoke something in me. And he didn't think you'd connect the dots that he meant he was attracted to her?
See, the other girls, I did, but
this guy's not as smart as he thinks.
This guy is, the way he looks at other people is how he actually is. He's like, I'm amongst all these imbeciles and these plebeians.
Yeah, it's plebs.
Brother.
So not on my level.
It's called a mirror.
Yeah, Amy Lynn says, oh no, he wants to tap into Elle. Mm-hmm.
That's exactly correct.
Wants to tap that.
That's exactly correct. He had already told me this and asked me if I had problems if he would repeat that impersonation with her alone.
What?
Sophia, he needs to perfect his character alone with her, with the goddess of lust alone, before he brings it to the public theater.
That's like when kids in high school who had to do a kiss scene in our plays would be like, yeah, we're going to rehearse alone. We all knew they wanted a kiss.
Let's practice alone.
Come on.
It's a big deal. I don't have any problems with that. I even encouraged it.
Dude.
But the only reason I did that maybe that experienced girl, or probably me, could also do it for him, could, practice as this goddess of lust, was that they both agreed on doing the dark gothy lust impersonation together up until the point where she told her boyfriend that they would be doing this, and he said that it was not a good idea, essentially forbidding it.
Yeah.
So what makes me effing mad about that, just hanging out on the couch along with listening to the recording and discussing it, is that there was tension between them in the first place.
Yikes.
Holy crap. I would even be okay if he took her home and effed her silly. If he told me, I have reassured him that several times, but instead he goes over to her place and just feels so effing comfortable just talking to her, leaving me alone. Let me make sure I understand this. Because I'm gonna read this back.
Okay.
I'm gonna read this back.
What?
Holy crap. I would even be okay if he took her home and effed her silly. If he told me, I have reassured him of that several times, but instead he just goes over to their place and feels so effing comfortable just talking to her while leaving me alone. So I think OP is saying that maybe there's some polyamorous leanings or full-blown locked-in nature to their relationship.
I guess so.
Where she's okay with, physical intimacy, but it seems the emotional part of like, hey, here I am, like carrying all this, your baby and all this emotional weight, and you just don't even care about me.
Okay. All right.
He can F her silly.
Okay.
It's all good. Riley, it's fine.
I'm sure he will.
It's okay, Riley.
All right,
it's
then.
okay.
Why? Why are we giving people permission to do this?
It's all good.
Why?
Now here's when it all crashed down on me.
Wow. Yeah.
Because it hasn't crashed down yet.
No one could have seen that coming.
The thing is that he didn't do anything wrong. He visited her. They had a good talk. He came back not violating any agreement on the schedule because there wasn't any. And that's when it occurred to me that it was actually me who had a problem because I pretty much ruined my evening when he wasn't even back. I pretty much incited a furnace of hate and anger that I kept fueling with every detail that he told me about his evening. I can't deny that I am boring.
Girl, you're pregnant.
No.
You're not doing much because you're pregnant.
No. You're not. Wait, why? Why say this? It's okay. You're not boring. Everyone is
a little bit interesting.
Come on. I might know a lot, but most of it is factual knowledge, and I am a very introverted person, so I don't speak with much emotion. I also like to keep myself short. He always tells me that I show nothing of my thoughts and feelings, which might be true, but I'm used to just not flaunting them around, especially when I'm not being listened to. Some goth girl, Opie's really honing in on this goth thing.
She's goth.
She happens to be everything my husband likes that I am not, like small, girly, quirky, rock-styled, covered in tattoos, who obviously either disdains or flat out despises me, catches his attention with one half-hearted sentence. Something that I didn't manage to do with countless more creative suggestions for things he actually liked over the past few weeks. Again, remember, she would be suggesting going out to the park, doing fun activities together, flying the kite, rubbing his back, running him showers when he says he's too tired. Like, OP, pregnant AF is tending to this man.
Yeah.
Like, big time. There must be something in my way to suggest things that's even more unappealing than a written, want some tea? OP, you've truly done everything. You have done your part of the bargain.
Absolutely.
And then some. He just sucks and is not interested in you and doesn't, quite frankly, doesn't give a dang about you.
No.
Doesn't care about you at all from where I'm sitting.
Nor from where I'm sitting, John.
From where both of us are sitting. This effing girl sits at home while her boyfriend is on tour, complaining to a married man how she doesn't feel well and directly reacting.
She's got a boyfriend too?
He's on tour.
Oh.
She's lonely. Sophia,
yikes.
she's lonely.
She's lonely and she's sick and she needs some tea and some company.
Have some tea with me. I want to talk to you because, like, my boyfriend, he's a rocker. He's on tour.
You have no one to talk to.
I need
I'm a goth girl and I have no one to talk to.
Oh my goodness. Yes, she asked how I was, quote unquote, but it would have been pretty rude towards my husband himself, a father-to-be, not to be interested in his offspring. I don't count that as niceness towards me. She obviously didn't care that I sat at home without any idea of how long my husband might be away, and also didn't care that he fruitlessly tried to reach me. It also did not occur to them to try and reach me over Facebook. I mentioned I'd be on the computer all evening, so we do have one method of communication, one line of talking. The way of communication both seem to follow all day long when they're not currently hanging out on the couch with each other. I hate that girl with a passion, although I tried my best to be nice to her, but instead she rubs me with her disdain and ignorance in the face about what I took my time to do, that if I trust her, actually interested her, and instead finds the time to just chat with my husband for hours. And I hate me for obviously being some sort of boring slob who can't even make the very same thing remotely interesting for my husband. Man, I must suck. We talked about this. No, you don't. And then I hate me for drifting off into a rage when he finally came home. Do not hate yourself for that.
Don't blame yourself.
Don't blame
Just
yourself.
Communicate, and if he communicates that he doesn't like you, then maybe we explore other marriages.
If someone does something to us, Sophia, that is frustrating, is it bad that we're frustrated?
No, John.
No, it's not. In
No,
fact,
it's not.
it is human.
It's human.
Dare I say. I didn't even have actual accusations for him. It was more or less an empty rant about how I'm envious of her because she manages to keep his interest. I felt and feel like the stereotypical jealous wife one doesn't want to come home to. What made me cry even more in despair was the realization that Elle would either get to know from my anger, sending her the message that I am indeed jealous of her, although they just decided to hang out together like two befriended adults, and thus essentially dragging me into the position of the crazy wife who already is much less interesting than her husband.
Dude, if your husband's saying that, you're done.
Yep.
You're done.
Yeah, it's
He can't be saying that. That's not okay.
correct. Or not to hear about my anger, sending her the message that it's totally effing fine to invite a married man for tea and then hang with him until 1 a.m. in the morning. I didn't even want to talk about it that evening because I knew it was futile. My husband obviously had noticed that I was sobbing into my pillow and kept asking me what my problem was. Buddy.
Dude,
Buddy.
This man has
Buddy.
the self-awareness of a piece of toast.
Truly. But I'm just imagining like it's like a cartoon and it goes, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and then it pops up to his brain
And it's just a piece of
toast.
toast.
It's like SpongeBob style. When I told him to put himself in my situation, he did not manage to find out what was bothering.
He's like, okay, so I'm you, and my husband has just told me that he finds me boring. I'm not seeing the problem here.
Sophia, he's not the hottest toaster on the shelf.
No.
Let's just say that. His settings don't go very far.
Nope.
And on top of that, we have planned to go to the zoo today and take some photos. So you're telling me you did have plans and he blew
You
them off.
literally made plans. You're making plans, and he's like, no.
I want to go have tea for her with 6 hours to 1 a.m.
I'm sorry. He's calling you boring. You're the one making plans, and every time you make plans, he says, I'm tired. I don't want to do that. He's boring.
He is the boring one.
He's boring.
You're
boring.
gaslighting you and projecting because...
You're basic and you're boring.
Golly. I still feel like crap even after sleeping, but it was a most wonderful and warm sunny day, and I managed to actually feel fine up to the point we went our own way. Once out of the door, he already started dropping vague hints about how the day was perfect and his mood would have been perfect too.
What?
Oh, I would have had the perfect day if it weren't for my annoying, evil, pregnant wife who's keeping me from enjoying this amazing life I would have if it weren't for my pregnant wife holding
was
me
he
down.
saying like OP had made plans, and then he's like, well, if I had been able to do my other plans, it would have been perfect. Like I had this perfect day all planned out, and now you've ruined by like making me go to the zoo.
Yeah, I think, his mood would have been perfect if they hadn't had, I think, this whole kerfuffle and... I've decided not to react to such vague drama stirring long ago. But you deserve to because he's clearly not respecting you.
Well, I just think that I understand that you might not want to like break up or leave him right now because you're about to have a baby. Like literally about to.
Yes.
But I do think as of right now, if you're not going to do that, literally just... not ignore him, but live your life. If you want to go to the park, go to the park. Like, obviously, there are things that you can't do right now because you're pregnant. But, like, if there's something that you want to do that you know you can do, don't wait for him. If he's going to be off hanging out with some other girl, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Have fun. Have the baby. Hopefully, you have an extended family, like, support system kind of thing. And then leave him because he sucks.
Run a marathon.
Yeah.
Do an Ironman.
Yeah.
Become the world squatting champion.
Yeah. Pregnant.
All things you can do while you're pregnant.
Exactly.
So later, he suggested he felt very hurt and torn because of yesterday. Obviously, he had a problem with the fact that I got angry, This pissed me off so much that I decided not to say anything because we were in public, and when we arrived at the zoo, it slowly slipped into a normal mood between us, but it was not resolved. That is correct. That's what happens when you don't address the things that bother you.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't resolved at all. When we came home, he conveniently fell asleep right away.
Dude, that's so annoying.
That's
so annoying
real
when
life
you want to
POV
like
footage.
try and hang out with a person and they just sleep.
Right? And we have an update. Sophia, we've kind of already said it, but could you tell me what you would, I think you gave the brilliant solution of like, hey, go live your life.
Yes.
Go like do what fulfills you and makes you happy, especially in this interim time where we're still, kind of need each other with the baby coming and all this, like pre and post birth time period. But what would you, if you had the chance to sit down with this husband, what would you say to him?
I would say, look after your pregnant wife, dingbat. Stop talking to a lady in a relationship and be more interesting.
Yes.
I said it.
Be more interesting yourself, buddy. Amy Lynn says, Opie is growing a whole human, and this man thinks that he is tired.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Nice try, buddy.
Nice try.
Well, update. So today, my husband was Skyping with his sister, my bridesmaid, and since I like her very much and they don't happen to be online at the same time very often, I didn't want to mope around gaming in another room and unplug my laptop, moving it to his desk. At some point, he gave me the mic, so to speak, to talk to her. I had noticed earlier that he was reading other things meanwhile, like he always does when talking to his family. So he's reading a book while he's talking to his family.
He sounds so boring.
Insufferable.
Oh my goodness, he sounds boring.
With his mom, I can understand that very well, although I still find it uncourteous.
It is.
But with his sister, I feel kind of sorry for her.
I'm sorry to be talking to someone and then be like,
And you know what book he's reading? The one that
oh, you're so right. You're so
Shorty
right.
sent him.
The
Yep,
perverted whatever.
Yep. Yeah. That's right. As I looked up, because his sister had her webcam activated, I noticed that he was not only reading, but Facebook
Sorry,
chatting.
he's doing this? He's pulling the...
Yes. He's pulling the... No, he's pulling the I'm in school.
Oh,
And
he's got that.
Here's the book, and he's like...
You're right.
you know,
Yeah,
he's
and
like,
she's like, I noticed that none of the pages were turning. He's been on that page for a really long time.
Man, you're really reading really thoroughly there. Now, guess with whom was he on Facebook chat with? It was the goth girl.
Not the goth girl.
I had enough decency not to read their texts to while talking to my sister-in-law. Just one time, the talk had shifted to him again, and his sister had noticed that he wasn't reacting to her question and obviously heard him typing and
He's not
asked...
even doing it silent.
Say what?
He's not even doing it on silent.
Right?
Like, if you're going to text other people while you're talking to someone, at least put it on silent, man.
Bro has the audacity. And it's not even just his wife. Like, it's his family. Like,
yeah.
oh, this guy sucks.
He sucks.
Oh. So his sister asked, hey, are you chatting with someone else too? I looked at the conversation. They were currently chatting about how the goth girl's cleavage was judged in one situation, whether by photo or live.
Leave him. Leave
Sophia,
him and move in with your sister-in-law.
It's part of the Goddess of Lust.
No.
We're reviewing the footage.
No. I forgot about that.
We're reviewing the footage, okay? We need to be the best actors and actresses we can be. The best
like
thespians
I
on
don't
the
like
planet.
them.
I decided I did not exactly want to know what kind of situation they were talking about. Well, the rest of the evening went kind of nice, except for one situation later where I was back at my usual laptop place because it had run out of electricity and was writing a message to a fellow pregnant lady when he asked, well, why are you writing that much? Why are you typing that much over there? To which I promptly answered. But until going to bed, he was really nice and loving, not in a usual way. It just felt great as ever, and since he hasn't been exactly suspicious or secretive earlier, I nearly decided to drop the issue. I mean, there was the very suspicious thing of him talking about Elle's cleavage with her. That was, a little bit suspicious.
But it's fine because she's okay with them hooking up, I guess.
Right? Effing her silly, as OP put it. But it bugged me too much. And so after cuddling up in bed and turning off the lights, I told him that the situation with the girl bothered me.
Whoa, we finally got there. OP's like, I'm putting my foot down.
Yes.
You hanging out with Elle bothers me.
Since I wanted things to stay nice, I told him that it bothered me and that she obviously hates my guts, but still chooses to hang around with him that much. The conversation promptly took a turn to, well, if she doesn't like you, do you expect her to still talk to you exactly as much as she talks to me?
Dude.
She just hates you, so it makes sense, right?
Opie was like, yeah, she's really nasty to me. And he's like, well, why would she talk to you then? It's like, no, you shouldn't be talking to her. That's the solution.
My brother in Christ. This already alerted me a bit. Hadn't he stated a few days ago that he wouldn't even consider her as a friend?
Wait, I'm sorry. Someone in the chat said, now we gotta judge John's cleavage too? Because of the
Oh no.
thing in the story.
Oh no.
That was funny.
It was a giggle. Of course, I did not expect this. I explained calmly and then actually told him about my feelings, how I felt that she chose to ignore my emails where I actually tried to do something for her. For her, I thought you were doing this for yourself. True, but I was going out of my way to share it with her and get next to no reaction, but still find time enough to chat with him about obviously irrelevant things. I told him I was offended by the fact that she chose to spend so much time talking to him while simultaneously deciding to do so dedicatedly and not give an F about me and the fact that we are married. After this explanation, and I really made an effort to use lots of I messages to make my feelings clear, since I've often been accused of talking like a logbook or a lawyer, I got surprisingly little to almost no reaction at all. Mostly, I don't know. I don't know. What the F do you not know that I am currently not telling you about? I am telling you the information.
What isn't computing?
How are you not receiving? How do you not know what I literally just told you? So I told him with a bit more urgency that I still don't like that behavior of hers at all and that I expected more respect from her. No reaction. Well, I guess I can't really expect respect from someone just like that. I almost asked promptly, getting a yeah, indeed. Concerned, I steered over to, then I have to make obvious assumptions that do not please me at all if she chooses to disrespect and disregard your wife just like that while intentionally approaching you that much. And then he says, maybe it isn't intentional, he said.
This guy is dumb as
Maybe
a piece of toast.
You've got it all wrong, pregnant wife, who I don't
you
pay
don't
attention
understand the wheels that are turning because you're just a silly 21-year-old.
You
And
just-
I'm old for my age. I'm mature.
You see, babe, your brain doesn't stop like freaking developing till you're like 24, like 25. Like,
And
babe,
my brain is so fully developed, you wouldn't. It's not even funny.
fat brain.
Big brain, man.
That's what I am.
You're big belly full of baby, and I'm big man full of brain.
Yeah. Got him. So on my notion that it would bother me even more if it wasn't unintentional, I again got no reaction. At that point, I already felt like crap because I decided to speak about how I feel freely and openly just one time, like he always does to me, and I got basically ignored, but definitely not confirmed. So I decided to end that talk because maybe he was tired and therefore not answering anymore. He's tired of being married to you because he sucks rocks. I thought, which actually seems incredibly naive even to me right now, and said, well, I only know that I have a really bad feeling about this whole situation that I don't want to just ignore it, especially since I even have some factual reasons for it. Like the fact that you two were talking about her cleavage.
Yeah.
And there's silence. There's no response. Just a few minutes of silence later, the dryer had finished its cycle, creating an even heavier silence in the room.
So it was like, doom, doom, doom. And she's like, you just don't realize anything. It's like, it's really silent. Yeah, yeah. It's just the dryer going off.
I'm gonna go get that, babe. Upon this, my husband said, good night.
No, he said it quietly, John.
Upon that, my husband said, good night, quietly, friendly and happily, as if nothing had happened.
Dude, I think he's got like that 51st dates. Like he doesn't remember anything, you know, like the except instead of it happening every time the day ends, it happens every time the dryer finishes. He just forgets everything.
It just
Memory
wipes
wipe.
him.
Yeah.
Wow. And he's ready to go to sleep.
Yeah. He's
like
like,
he
well,
always is whenever
there you
OP wants to
go.
do something.
Yep.
Dude. I replied good night and turned away, upon which he said some kind of nice stuff that actually managed to make me smile. I don't care.
yeah.
No. And soon he fell asleep, but I couldn't because that whole talk was so awful and this extended not talking was so unlike him. He didn't even try to start a discussion like he always does when I criticize something because he's usually good at them. That every moment I spent thinking about how it went and how I felt more and more like crap.
Yikes.
My obvious conclusion is that this woman is never going to babysit my son ever.
Dude, what? What? That was the conclusion? Why was that on the table?
Hopefully there's a million other conclusions that draw the line way further than that. We just need to leave this. At this point, yes, we need to talk and understand all this stuff, but we just need to leave him. I'm sorry. It's
gotta
reached the point.
go. You gotta go.
It's reached a point. He needs to understand how royally he has effed up here. And I still have hope that my dearest husband is only so disgustingly friendly towards her because he seemed really excited about the idea to have free babysitting available.
Babe, come on, babe. You're smarter than this.
Dang. But what did I read in r/parenting? No one ever offers free babysitting just because he's that good of a person, so be aware. The things I definitely want to avoid are approaching him with all the blame I can muster up. I still believe that this goth girl is a huge witch and I hate her guts. I know that my husband plays a part in enabling her, but technically he does nothing wrong, and I think I would have noticed if he was hiding something.
He's not hiding anything. He's doing it very blatantly.
He's doing it very blatantly. And I think he is doing things wrongs, namely, most importantly, not caring or having any concern
for his pregnant wife.
And I definitely don't want to turn into the jealous housewife demanding to know everything they talk about. That's so interesting. F, even I am boring. No, he's not. He is interested in psychology and the mind.
Oh my God, he sounds like a nightmare.
And he's a pedagogue. What is that? Certified lover boy? Certified pedagogue. Can we see what that is? Is that okay?
Ped is foot.
Foot. He's a foot lover.
Into foot. He's into feet.
I am a lover of feet. Maybe he paints them, not children.
Analog.
Analog?
I'm trying to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to.
He's organic
break this word
feet.
apart.
Yes.
A pedagogue.
A pedagogue is a teacher, often with the connotation of being a strict, formal, or old-fashioned one. The word can also refer to someone who is pedantic, dogmatic, or narrow-minded.
Yikes. Did he call himself a pedagogue?
I think he did.
Wow.
I think he got the dictionary.com word of the day.
And he said, I'm a pedagogue. And she said, oh, wow, that sounds fancy. What does that mean? He said, a teacher.
You wouldn't know it, darling.
Understand.
It is of a higher intelligence than you possess, my dear. It's okay.
Gosh, he sounds like a nightmare.
His sister is about to become a grade school teacher and currently has an internship in a school for mentally challenged, ill, or otherwise, quote-unquote, special students. And he chose to write nonsense with that goth girl because his sister only speaks about the children.
Yeah, and you only speak about L. So
yeah, and her cleavage.
And her freaking cleavage.
We'll stop that.
Weirdo.
But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to hang with us for the rest of your life, please go to Spotify, Apple, and search OK Storytime and enjoy almost 2,500 podcast episodes, Sophia, of OK Storytime with the whole gang.
Oh, boy.
It's a good time. So go please check it out. But let's get into the end of the story.
Let's do it.
But what can I do? I think I will go into the Zen mode and continue doing what makes me happy as long as he treats me nice and correctly. He has done none of those things.
Nope, he will not ever do that.
And yeah, he's not going to change. But then again, there's that little voice in my head telling me that I am a huge butt hat for even considering that. You're not at all. Still, I feel strangely calm, even though I think I should be crying uncontrollably right now. I only feel a slight clenching of my teeth as an expression of my discomfort with that girl. No, seriously, I'm at a loss of what to do. I fear that with every mention of her, and especially if I turn into she's stealing you and you let it happen, I create an atmosphere of you're crazy, I would never do that, which I firmly believe, as well as heighten the chance that he starts thinking about her that way and discovers that she is actually able to provide him with more support or other means of recognition than I am able to, which is obviously also true.
Girl. Oh, girl.
Talk to me, Sophia.
OP needs to divorce him.
Yes.
Like, he's not, there's no saving this. He's gone. The OP seems to think, oh, like, I'll push him further into our arms. He's in her arms. He's cuddling in. They're discussing her cleavage. It's too late. And it's nothing that you did or have done or, can change. It's not on you. It's on him.
He's so
boring.
True.
He's boring.
Yes. I couldn't agree more.
And he's manic pixie dream girling this goth girl.
Yeah. This is just let them have each other.
It could happen.
Huh?
It could happen to anybody.
It can. I would hope not. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of that saga.
Oh,
but
man.
I have a treat for you. That's one more story before we leave this episode.
Let's hit it. But let's get into this next story. Okay. My wife's hobby is destroying our marriage.
Don't let it, I think.
As of last night, it looks like my 38 male marriage is headed towards divorce, largely in part due to my wife's 35 female hobby of running.
Oh no. Run away!
As a bit of background, we have been married for 11 years and have 2 kids under 10. When we met years ago, my main hobbies were yoga and casually participating in triathlons. My wife enjoyed fitness activities at the time, but didn't do anything in particular. Over time, she started to get involved in both yoga and triathlons so that we could spend time together doing it. By the way, this comes from Analysis Own 618. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, this morphed here and there as we got married and had kids and time marched on. But we were always doing something. When my wife became pregnant with our second child, she decided that she liked yoga so much that she would like to pursue being an instructor. This was time intensive and costly. What did that say?
Nothing.
What did that say?
Said.
Didn't say anything, John.
What did that
It
say,
said.
John? What did that
Riley
say?
took his fingers and he typed out the words, "Tell Sophia her hair sucks."
That wasn't me.
I'm coming for you.
Get him. You have full permission to.
Thanks. I'm getting them.
them.
This was time intensive and costly, but we did it. After our second was born, she left her office job to be a stay-at-home mom and to start teaching yoga on the side. She loved this so much, she decided she wanted to do fitness full-time when the kids were both in school. So in preparation, she picked up multiple other certifications to teach many different things, including personal training.
Cool.
As our kids got older, she started teaching more and more, but quickly realized that this was taking a toll on her body and burning her out. It just wasn't possible to do this full time for her. It was about this time, 4 years ago, that she thought maybe it was just the wrong fitness path, and maybe she should pursue running coaching. I supported this as we were both running together at the time and doing small races. At this point, she is teaching multiple types of fitness classes and working on her running certification. She also starts putting significant effort into her personal running.
I didn't know you could be certified in running.
Certified, what is it?
Certified runner boy?
Certified running coach.
Run.
You're getting certified to walking really fast. Like, how does that even work?
She started preparing for her first marathon when the vid hit. Instead of backing off the training since there were no races, she decided to stay in marathon shape just in case. You never know when you need to run a marathon.
That's right.
For 2 years, she spent significant time every week on running, which I fully supported, although I thought that level of training with no down season was not a great idea. During this time, she started running with different groups and got to know many of the local runners. Eventually, the vid ends and she can do her first marathon. She's hooked. Our kids are now in school full time as well. Through her relationship, she gets offered a part-time job doing small running programs for a local store. This new job paid just over $3,000 in 2022, and that was before tax was taken out. In exchange for this, she gives up 2 to 3 weeknights and 1 weekend morning.
Is it $3,000 a year or $3,000
I don't
a
know.
month?
I'm really wondering that.
That is
It's a big change.
an important question.
She has not stopped being in full marathon training mode since she started. Between personal running and her running groups, she spends a little over 20 hours a week on running. Around 8 months ago, she decides she is fully burnt out on her other endeavors and quits teaching classes entirely. That's the background and now the issues. In order to fit this all in and to run with her personal running buddies, even though she's home during the day when the kids are in school, she has moved her schedule. Most days of the week, she gets up at 4 a.m. to do her runs. This is when her friends meet. In her mind, this is getting her running in when it doesn't impact me or the family. The problem is that all she has done is shift waking hours. My day with her is essentially waking up and getting the kids ready for school while I get ready for work. She'll get home in the middle of this and I'll leave for work. I get home and either we eat dinner, have a kids sport event, or she leaves for a training group. On a good day, I will have 2 hours with her until she's asleep, just after the kids around 8. On a bad day, she walks in the door around 8 and falls asleep. Girl, you're going too hard. You're obsessed. This is an addiction.
Let me run till I can't run anymore.
Kimberly Hawley, Little Army says, what the hell is OP's wife running from?
Oh,
Hot take.
talk
Hot
to
take.
me.
We read a story about a chick that was doing a lot of gym, and she would just always go to the gym, and we thought she was addicted.
She was cheating.
She was cheating.
Uh-oh.
Just might be.
Is she cheating at 4 a.m. in the morning? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You got to get it in early.
Yeah, if some people are running at 4 a.m. in the morning, what's the difference between running and running? You know what I'm saying?
Is that how people are trying to start their day?
I guess so.
Oh
Disgusting.
my God.
I then sit alone in the living room for a few hours before I head to bed. The next day, the whole thing starts over again. Around 3 months ago, things got even more complicated. She decided that $3,000 a year was not enough for her to contribute financially, and fitness just wasn't going to be a full-time career. She decided to get a full-time office job. This girl's got to have no time with anyone.
Okay.
This was a difficult and emotional decision for her as she felt she was giving up on what she was passionate about. Now the day looks the same, except she's working during the day and then running out the door to go to her running groups, which she is now calling a hobby. She is fully unable to step away from this unless it is a fully scheduled off day. She will not miss running. If we're on a family vacation, she's going to find a way to get a run in every day. I feel like this is like who runners are. I feel like every runner I know is this intense and crazy.
Like, I need to wake up before me every day.
I need to run.
I need to run.
Yeah. I have become so unbearably lonely. I work a high-stress job that pays well, but is always weighing on me in some way. I feel that I'm a pretty good husband. I'm involved with the kids. I help with their school projects and take them to their sporting events. I practice with them in the yard all the time. I do at least my fair share of the housework, including dishes and laundry and other cleaning. I take care of myself physically by working out on my lunch hour, so I don't have to take more time from the family. Dude's oh my gosh, this poor man.
I love how he's like, yeah, I squeeze in my fitness during lunch so it doesn't interfere with all of the other 20 hours of fitness that she's got going on.
I just have no relationship with my wife since she's always gone or sleeping. This has been an ongoing discussion for months now. I have expressed how lonely I am. I have told her that I don't need much, but I do need some affection from her. I would love to just sit on the couch and cuddle and watch a movie sometime.
Are you kidding me?
It's too much. You're expecting too much.
That is way too much.
She's got to run. Maybe you can watch a movie while she runs.
You can buy a couch that can be planted on her shoulders, so that way you're just like,
and you're like,
I've also seen some couples, like one will be running and the other one will be like on a bike, you know?
I have expressed my needs directly and multiple times, but nothing has changed. This all came to a head last weekend. It started with a rare date night. She ran a race Saturday morning, so I spent the morning with the kids getting the house cleaned, yard mowed, and everything taken care of. I have coordinated to have a sitter watch the kids and make dinner reservations. The night went well, but when we got home around 8:30, she fell asleep right away without saying a word to me. Later, while talking about a family vacation this year, she let me know that she has been planning 2 destination marathons in early spring. I had heard her mention she was wishing she could do one of them, but due to timing, I cannot go with her since the kids are in school. I thought this meant it was still a discussion. One of these will cost thousands of dollars to attend.
good thing she makes $2,000 a year.
Yeah, thank goodness.
That will cover one of
Well,
these
hopefully,
trips.
I think she makes that a month. Or she was making it a month.
No.
It said a year?
It said 3,000.
That's
Go back.
insa-
Go back. I was surprised. I was like,
I
surprised you didn't comment on
I
that.
like totally didn't.
It's 3,000 a year. Check it out.
Dingus bot, how much money does a wife make a year?
In 2020. Wow. No.
It is.
It doesn't specify.
Watch.
Where?
It literally said that. Dink. Come on.
She decided that $3,000 a year. Yeah, you're right. That's insane. I
Crazy.
totally missed that. Wow.
Wow. She's running away from a job application.
Yikes.
Oh.
Okay.
And her marriage.
One of these will cost thousands of dollars to attend. She has made up her mind that she's going to both, since one is for a Boston qualifier and the other was offered for free. Does she even make money from these?
No.
She didn't want to tell me about these since she thought it would upset me. Yeah. Although she claims she dropped hints. Since she has a new job, this will take nearly all of her time off and we will not be able to have a family vacation. She's not willing to miss either of these. To top it all off, she then told me that she will be gone on our anniversary in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because she was invited to be a pacer for a race coming up and was offered a free hotel to do it.
A free hotel is going to make you freaking miss your wedding anniversary?
Of course.
Honestly, like, if you've had these conversations, I think you sit her down and you say, like, hey, it's not working. If nothing changes, it's this relationship doesn't exist.
But I gotta run.
I gotta run, babe. I gotta run.
What do you expect me to do? Not run all the time?
She has never done this before and is excited to try it. She claims she hasn't committed to this already and is still deciding, but I'm pretty sure she already said yes and just hasn't told me yet. I was very hurt by this since I already feel like I am a much lower priority than running to her. This all broke me. I dumped and told her how this made me feel. There were tears on both sides. She claims that she feels I am always mad at her and not supportive of her, and she has to keep her running life from me. Like, I have to keep this side of me secret from you. This is what leads to the lack of affection. I explained my feelings and reiterated how lonely I am. I asked her if she would be willing to find a compromise and maybe focus on shorter races, and she told me no. That if I made her do that, then she would resent me, and this is what makes her happy.
Well,
But you know what makes me happy?
Mm.
Listening to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Woo! Run to that. That's something you can run
right
to.
over to those episodes.
And run through the episodes too. Just
barrel
listen
on
to 'em.
through. There's a little bit left to the story.
Mm.
What does OP do?
OP. I think, it was already pretty clear, but the answer she just gave when he said, he's not saying, oh my gosh, you can't rent it out. He's like, okay, how can you still get what you clearly love and enjoy, and us still have some modicum of a relationship, us still have family time together? And she's like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Well, then.
I literally don't think that you can continue this relationship if your partner is unwilling to compromise at all and hears that you're lonely and doesn't care.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
That
Like
part.
if she wants to focus on running full time, then she can't have the relationship too.
Yep.
I asked if she would try couples therapy, and while open, there isn't a time that would work based on her new job. Yeah, how is she going to fit couples therapy in? That doesn't
On a run.
Yeah, she's like, if we're doing it while I'm running, sure.
Yeah.
There was one small win when I asked her if I hypothetically asked her to take 1 week off from running, would she be able to do it? She said no.
Huh?
That was the small win.
I thought she was going to say yes.
She said no. She would be mad if I asked and unable to actually do it anyway.
Huh?
Upon saying this, she said that it makes it sound like she's addicted to running. Girl, you said it. I don't believe that's wrong. She said that she will consider individuals therapy, but we will see what she does there. For my part, I came into work and scheduled a psychologist appointment for tomorrow. It's virtual, but I'll see if it helps me work through this on my end. I do want to say I am proud of her and she's doing amazing. She's now at a level where she wins races, or at the very least her age group, but has come at such a huge cost. I love her, but don't know how much longer I can reasonably keep this up. I'm sure I come across as an unsupportive monster and that this is also one-sided. I have seen how the running community rallies around itself, and I'm somewhat worried I'll get torn apart on that level as well. I'm just lonely. I miss my wife. This poor man.
Dang. And I'm like reading one of his posts, and he's talking about how one of the groups has 2 ladies in it, and another group that she goes to is just entirely full of men.
I
Dude.
don't think she has time to cheat, man. I literally don't think she's thinking about other men at all. I don't think she's thinking about anybody but her running. That's it. I don't think she's capable.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do think this relationship is over if she's not even willing to consider taking a week off, going to your anniversary, getting therapy. Not much else you can do.
I agree.
But unfortunately, we don't know what happens after that
Oh.
because that's the end of the story and the end of this episode
Really?
and the end of this stream.
Oh my.
A 3-for-1.
No.
know.
No.
You hate to hear it.
Well, if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.